Hey nerds, I'm William.
I'm Kina.
And we are the Nerdyweds.
And today we are doing a board game haul. We went to Ollie's, which is a bargain discount store where you can get some of everything. Books, board games, household supplies, food, you name it. They've probably got a little bit of it. But we did board games, and we are going to show you what we got.
I was just adjusting the mic real quick. Yeah, we're going to get into it. We got several games. So, you want us to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go ahead and go first because while you're looking to bring up your game, I'm just going to say we were at Ollie's. I was looking at books, and then I met up with William. He was over at the board games, and he had already selected 4 games. And then he was like, "Oh, well, I figure I'll wait till you come over so you can choose some games." So that was very smart of him because he was able to get the games that he wanted and that I probably would have chosen as well. But he knew, oh, she's got to have a decision in this somehow, so I can end up with even more games. So usually when we leave Ollie's, we have three, four games. This go around, we had 7 because he pulled one over on me.
And I think that this could be our last big haul, even from Ollie's. You know, when we went this last time, we went yesterday. They had a few games there. I didn't even entertain them.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten to the point where there's no room on our shelves. So actually one of the videos we're going to have in the near future is going to be a de-haul, as you call it. Unhaul. Mm-hmm. And what is an unhaul?
An unhaul is where you go over your shelf, whether it's a board game shelf or a bookshelf, and you get rid of the board games or books that you no longer want to keep. And you would decide if you're going to donate them or gift them to a friend or what have you. And what did we decide?
I think we are going to go, we're going to find a children's hospital in the area, and we're going to donate several games to a children's hospital. And from this point forward in our game collecting, it's going to be about the games we want to play versus filling our shelves full of games because they're cheap. Because none of the games we have here cost more than, what was it, $15?
$20, because all of the 3 of the 4 that you chose were $19.99.
Okay. So they were all really cheap games as far as the amount of stuff you're getting with the games. Like this box got some heft to it. Not a lot of air in it.
So are the other 2 that you got that were $19.99. So I would have definitely been on board with getting them had it been there. I'm not sure how much the Eternal one was. So I'm interested when you
like $10.
So that's a great game for a cheap price. And the ones that I have are 2 of them are $6.99 and 1 is $9.99. So very affordable game. So we'll go ahead and get started.
All right. This game is Level 7 Invasion. It is part of a series of games, the Level 7 series. This apparently is one of the, if not the best game in the Level 7 series. In this particular game, you are a world leader. You're in charge of a continent. 6 of the 7 continents are represented in the game. It is a 3 to 6 player game. It is a cooperative, semi-cooperative. Some people say to play it fully cooperative for a better experience than semi-cooperative. But a game where you are trying to beat an alien invasion. You are a world leader trying to quell and defend your part of the world from an alien invasion and help the rest of the world fend off their parts of the invasion as well.
Okay.
So.
Well, I know you were very excited about this one because he didn't even wait for the video for us to do this discussion. He had already broken into it and looked at what was in it. So I know you were excited to play it.
A lot of plastic in this box. I'm not sure how much time it's going to spend on the table, but it looks like a fun game. I at least want to get on the table and explore what it has to offer.
Sounds good. Well, my first one is a game called Most Wanted, and it is a card game. It is for ages 10 and up. It's 2 to 8 players, and it has a playtime of about 15 to 35 minutes, of course, depending on the number of players. And I always gravitate to games that are at least 2 players because I want to be able to play it even if it's just me and you. And this one looks like one that's very quick and easy to not only learn, but to play. And what it is I'm just going to read what it says on the back. This town is ripe for the picking, and every outlaw knows it. Stagecoaches and trains are slow-moving treasure chests, but any robbery is risky. Play your cards wrong, and you'll end up in the slammer without money for bail. Play them right, and you'll gain loot, admiration, and infamy. Heck, you might even become the most wanted. So it doesn't really say it on the box, but I got the feeling that this might be one of those take that games where you can stab other players in the back, and that's always fun. And I'm looking forward to us playing this one. And
that's
should be
2
quick.
to 8 players. That comes up there into the light party game kind of
Yes,
territory.
yes. And this is it was only $9.99, and hopefully it's worth that.
Yeah,
So
hopefully.
we'll see.
We'll at least have a good time finding out. All right, I guess it's on to me for my next
Yes, it
one, huh?
is.
All right, this one is called Dojo Kun. Dojo Kun means dojo rules. And this game is a game where you are a sensei in a dojo. There are 4 different dojos, so I believe it's a 1 to 4 player game.
Yes, it is. 1 to 4.
It's a 1 to 4 player game, which is something I have not explored one player in any of the games we have. Like all of our Stonemeyer
I haven't
games
either.
are 1 player. Gloomhaven is 1 player. This game's a 1 player game. I really want to sit down and start exploring. I know that Ben was talking about it earlier. One of our friends was talking about how he's doing a lot of single player stuff on
Discord?
Tabletopia and Tabletop Simulator. So, and he said it's great because he can play for 10, 15 minutes, and when something comes up, like his baby or something else in the house comes up, he can just go and then come back to it as a single player experience. So, this is Dojo Kun, and like I said, you're in charge of a dojo, and you are trying to build up your dojo with students, building up their skills, building up their abilities, putting them on adventures, and then just building them up until you come to the point where everybody participates in a tournament, and you determine whose dojo is the best in the tournament. So it seems really cool. It's kind of it kind of reminds me of some of the old school turn-based simulator kind of things where you're trying to increase your stats and stuff, and the old video games, and it speaks to me in that way. Again, like she said, this one was $20, and I think it's going to be a good game to get on the table.
The run time is about 90 minutes, the estimated run time, but I don't care because I'm really excited to play this one. When I saw what it was about and how it plays, it made me even more excited. So this is one that...
They do say that the tournament can get kind of bogged down.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still excited to see how it comes out. Maybe I can write an app to make it go faster. But that's Dojo Kun by Come On Games. I didn't say who the other one was from. Level Set Invasion looks like it's from Privateer Press. Privateer Press is the publisher.
So the next game that I have here I chose was Queen's Necklace. And this one caught my eye because you have the queen here in the royal court, and the art reminded me of Love Letters, which is one of our favorite games to play. And so that caused me to pick up the box, and when I read how it plays, I was really excited to get this one. So it's basically you're a jeweler. I always have a hard time saying jewels and jewelry and jeweler. So, work with me, you guys. But anyway, your whole objective is to make the best necklace that will allow you to become in the favor of the queen. And you're trying to do so better than the other players who are also having that same objective. And it is also a card game. Really, all of the games that I picked are essentially card games.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, but it is what it is. But it is a 2 to 4 player game. Again, that's typically what I look for. And it has a run time of about 45 minutes. So this is one that sounds like it will be really fun and really dynamic. And your objective is to have the most victory points over the other players. And after we bought this game, I watched Dice Tower. Tom Vassell. I watched a review from Tom Vassell, and he praised it. In fact, he praised it so much that he had the original Queen's necklace, and that he loved immensely. So he ended up getting the reprint, which is this one, and he likes that one just as much. So I'm really excited for us to play this one.
I don't think they have it on the box, but it is a Dice Tower approved game. Okay. So that's pretty cool. It's, I think, the only Dice Tower approved game in the ones that we picked up.
Oh, okay.
That I saw.
I didn't really look, so yeah. I don't know.
All right, my next game on the list. Oh, it fell over. It fell over.
Game down, game down.
All right, it's also from publisher, and it is Council of Four. Now, this game, you are a you're an entrepreneur, a vendor, a merchant, what have you, and you are trying to convince the council and the queen to ally with your business, to make your business interests their own. And you're trying to develop networks of cities and developing, like, mercantile exchanges. Or I think I should just go, the Council of Four pays to lend a hand, help members of the 6 great families onto council seats across the empire, and persuade the wise counselors to return the favor. So it's all about getting favor and building a network of favor.
I like this one because it had a lot of...
I just had a hard time getting that out. I read the whole thing and then I was like,
Is this an edit?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is my brain just going, screw you, dude.
It happens to me all the time. So welcome to my world.
But what were you saying, Lev?
Oh, I was just going to say, when I came up to you and Ollie's and you explained how this game works, this was one that I was like, yeah, we need to get this one on the table now. Really, out of all of them, because it has a lot of different things going on, and it has a lot of different ways that you can win, and a lot of different ways that you can recover from if you get behind. Someone can't just run away with the game as long as you're paying attention. So this one is one this one and the next one of mine that I'm going to talk about, those two we got to play within the week. And this one is a 2 to 4 player game. Again, 2
to 4 player,
that's awesome.
And a lot of plastic, a lot of bits, and a lot of cool stuff in this box, especially for its $20 price tag. Mm-hmm. Again, like she said, my first three I've shown were all at that $20 price tag, but still a really good value for what you're getting in the box. Mm-hmm. We'll see if the game itself lives up to it. Yeah,
it seems like those 3 that are $20 games, they are meaty games. So anywhere else, they'd cost a lot more than the $20. So I think
Amazon, all these games were like $40, $50 still on Amazon. So. Yeah. So you got another one over there for us.
Yes, I do.
What you got?
My last one I have over here, and I don't know if I mentioned the price on my last game, $6.99 for it,
$7,
which is awesome, being that it comes so highly recommended. The next one is also only $6.99, and it's called Flock. And again, it is a card game. But the reason why I gravitated towards it was the box cover looks good, yeah. But reading what you have to do with these birds, you have to, make sure that they're fed, and you have to work on nest building and hatching, and you have to do all of that before your flock flies away, and then everything you did before means absolutely nothing. And you can also time it so that the actions that the other players are doing can work in your favor as well. So it looks like this unassuming little card game, but there's so many different elements that are going on, and I really like that. And it looks like it's fun and quick, and you put it on the table and other people are going to see it and want to play it. And some games you put on the table look intimidating.
Yeah.
And people, especially people who are not really into gaming, they don't want to be bothered. But these unassuming games, can have people gravitate towards the table and give it a try, and then the next thing you know, you're having a great time, and it leads them into playing other games, those more meatier games. So this was the one that I said that I'm really wanting to play this within the week, as well as that one that you just showed.
And it comes from another well-known publisher, AEG.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the other ones I showed came from AEG as well. So that's it for me.
Last but not least game is another one I'm pretty excited about. And this one is Night Eternal. God, it's a beautiful box. Mm-hmm. I just wish that they would put something on the ends of the box, because we tend to stick these on our shelves with the ends facing out.
But you could probably maybe do it this way, and then it has it right there.
Yeah.
So.
But it's a minor gripe.
Yeah.
This game is it's made by Cryptozoic, who did the Rick and Morty games that we enjoy and stuff like that. And this is based on a game that they apparently play on the HBO show True Blood.
Oh, okay.
So
that's why it looks so cool, the box.
That's why it's got a really cool box, cool font and texture and all that. And this game is a trick-taking game, which is like spades, kind of, where you're doing tricks with cards. Not like card tricks, but you're playing cards against other players. And during this game, you're going to draw off another deck that's going to determine what type of betting you have to do. And you're betting blood against the other players, that your card's going to be better than theirs. So you're playing against other players, and when one player runs out of blood, they're out. The last person with blood left in the game wins. Okay. So I believe it is a 3+ player, 3 to 5 player game. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes, and ages 15 and up. But again, it's based on and uses artwork from the HBO series True Blood.
Awesome. So I keep talking about I'm so ready to play these games. I'm so excited. But of course, you buy a game because it excites you and it makes you want to play it. So of course we're going to have that reaction. But we haven't gone into detail of exactly how to play each game and completely what each game is about, because we do plan to do a run through of each of these games, or at least maybe take if we don't do a run through or how to play of each of the games, we will at least focus on one game and talk about our playing experience with it and go more in depth about the game on that video. And then maybe even talk about, well, was it worth it? Even though we got this cheap game, was it worth it?
Well, I've spent more and gotten less. Mm-hmm. Even the one that I think is the least likely to get on the table much, because it's a big game. It requires a lot of time, which is the level 7 Invasion. I don't think that I'm going to get to play that much. But, however, irregardless, or however you want to say it, I've gotten a lot out of it just from doing the whole organization of the box and going through the stuff and seeing what it's all about. Hopefully I can get the game on the table and get more out of it than just that. But I have a lot of fun. I used to buy role-playing game books just to read the rules.
I remember that.
And I would sit and just read all these different RPG kind of mechanics and all that and study their mechanics to see what I really like. And found a lot of great games and a lot of great stories within those games without ever once playing the game. So
Well, we want to play these games.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So we want to play
them. I can't wait to tear open some of these boxes now that we've done our video. We can actually start looking at the components and organizing them and doing all the punching out the cardboard pieces is very cathartic. It's half the fun of buying a new game. No,
that's not half the fun. It
is
cathartic.
With Gloomhaven, that was half the fun because I spent almost as much time punching out all the cardboard pieces as I have playing the game so far. It
started out fun, but by the end it probably wasn't much fun.
And then putting together the wooden insert was a lot of fun too.
Oh, okay.
That was a lot of fun.
I mean, I believe you because you sniffed it. You know, there's a picture of that on Instagram.
Yeah.
I caught him sniffing it, so had to post that on the gram, as the kids would say.
Doing it for the gram. Well, I think that covers all of our bases on these. I think the only one we didn't do very well was my Council of 4. But I think I got the point across to your buying.
You got the point across, but you talked more in detail about each of your games than I did. So you did very well. You know, I figured I'm just gonna tease them with it and then go more in detail on the one-on-one.
All right.
Look at the game.
Well,
that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And until next time.
Stay nerdy, and we'll see you later.